different right now due to the COVID-19, everything that's going on. So I hope that you guys are all safe and sound. So we are all starting on our unit 1, which is the coming of age unit, which is the fundamentals and the stepping stones that you guys are going to need when it comes to your future academic work, and how we're going to get you guys to be able to convey your message and to be able to have the manner to be able to express yourself at an academic level, and to get your points across. So coming of age is a very, very interesting unit, because you guys are kind of in that transitional stage of, you guys were in 8th grade, and now you're moving on to 9th grade, which is kind of the start, in a sense, of your your passage to your adult life once you graduate high school and you guys are out there and starting to make a little bit of a name for yourselves and trying to decide what path you guys are going to go down when it comes to career wise, education wise, whatever you guys want to do to the future. So I want to read the unit overview just to give you guys a bit of an idea of what we are going to be doing, what we're going to be covering, and just to kind of give you a sense overall of what this unit entails. So it says unit overview. 9th grade marks the beginning of many important transitions, including the experience of becoming an adult. In this unit, you will explore the theme of coming of age and examine how writers in a variety of texts use stylistic choices to create the voices of characters who are going through life-changing experiences along the way. You will study text independently, conduct interviews, analyze arguments regarding the value of post-secondary education, and examine the complex relationship between an author's purpose, his or her audience, and the way in which he or she appeals to readers. By the end of the unit, your academic coming of age will be marked by a heightened understanding of voice, appeals, and persuasive techniques. So basically what we're going to be doing with this unit is that we're going to try and give you guys, like I said, those stepping stones, and give you the tools that you guys are going to need to be able to take an idea, take an argument that you might have, and be able to bring your point across in an academic way that also will be able to help you to gather the evidence that you might need and arrange it all to where you are going to be able to get your point clearly across, like we said, in a very academic and educated manner, and where you're going to be able to get the people that are going to be reading your work, to get them to really understand where you're coming from, and also what your ideals are, and like I had mentioned before, what you guys are trying to get across to them. So if we move down, we are gonna be talking about a lot of things. The big ones that I really want to hit with you guys in this lesson would be an author's voice, the way that they are expressing themselves, expressing what it is that they want their audience to know, and also the tone of their voice. Are they being aggressive, or is it more of a laid back feel to what it is that they are presenting? Is it very stern, very matter of fact? This is the situation, and this situation is going on because of A, B, and C, very direct, straightforward? Or are they taking a scenic route where they're being very explanative to what it is that they're trying to inform you guys of, or trying to get you to their sides? And being able to detect these things, it's very important, as you guys will see, as you guys go on with the next coming grades that you guys are going to go to. And especially if you guys are going to go to post-secondary education, college, university, it's really important to be able to to tell where somebody's coming from and whether the information that they're presenting to you may be genuine or not. Like I had mentioned, a big one would be politics. You guys are still got a couple years to go, but you guys are going to get to the point where you're going to want your voices to be heard, and you are going to go out there and you're going to vote. You're going to vote for our next senators, our legislatures, our governors, and not even just at a national level. You're going to be involved in electing those individuals at your city level, county level, and stuff like that. And they're going to use certain tones and voices to speak to people to get them on their side to gain their votes. And hopefully with this unit, we'll be able to develop that in you to where you're going to not only be able to find your own voice in your tone in your work that you're going to be presenting and writing, but also to be able to analyze and dictate and figure out what other people's voices and tones are, so what they're trying to sell you, and whether it's worth buying into or if you see faults in it. So we're going to be also developing vocabulary along the way as well. Vocabulary development is very, very important. And it's important because the more you are developed in that sense, then you'll be able to use bigger, more academic terms in your writing, which is going to take it up a notch and give you a lot of the times an advantage, and show people that you do know what you're talking about, and you have a very eloquent way of expressing yourself and your ideas and carrying yourself in a very educated manner, which demands a lot of respect from people. Once you're able to speak to people with certain terminology, certain vocabulary that we are going to be developing, it gets people to notice you, and it gets them to pay attention to you and really listen to what it is that you're saying. So I would love for you guys to open to page 6, which is activity 1.2. I'm talking about voice. So as you see here, we're going to be trying to hit those learning targets where we identify and analyze how a writer uses language to create a distinct voice. Like I said, it's that manner of how they are presenting what it is that they want, the point that they want, or the ideals that they want to get across to you guys. So we're going to be learning that. We're also going to be citing cite textual evidence of voice to support inferences about a speaker. Yet again, also, we're gonna, once you get into academic writing, it's very, very important to cite your sources. Give credit where credit is due, because you are going to be expected to, once you have your point that you're trying to get across, or your argument that you're trying to present, you're going to need some concrete, factual, textual evidence to back it up, to support it. So you can't just say that the sky is blue. I mean, that's a horrible example, but as an example, you can't just say in this sense that the sky is blue without having other people verify that, yeah, the sky is blue. So I do want you guys to take a couple minutes. We're going to be doing a quick write. It's to create a voice type thing. So here's the question, okay? So when you think of pizza, what comes to mind? So I want you guys to write a paragraph describing pizza and showing your attitude towards it. And we're going to come back to that later. So it's important that you guys write that paragraph for me. Remember, paragraph is a minimum of 5 complete sentences. So that is something that you guys will be doing. So here's some of the terms. Remember we were talking about vocabulary, so something to explain a little bit more. So a voice is a writer or a speaker's distinctive use of language